Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We are going to proceed with the final session for today. Thank you for joining in this session. The purpose of this session is to give you a little bit of an overview of OE Global and what we do. We do recognize that we have a fairly significant number of first-time attendees who may not be familiar with OE Global. And then the remaining part of this session is going to focus on the awards, on the recipients of the awards of Open Education Excellence of this year. So first of all, welcome again. So Open Education Global, just in case you don't know that already, we are an international nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing open education worldwide. Of course, we are not doing this alone, but in collaboration with our 400 plus individual and institutional members around the world. We also have 18 sustaining members, and some of them are present in this room today, including Tec de Monterrey. I don't know if we still have Marisol here. Where are you? There you go. Thank you. We have got Open Education France. Yeah, we have got MIT as well, and I think several others. So as an international organization, we also have an internationally distributed board of directors. We have already mentioned that yesterday that our president of the board is Perrine de Coetlegon from France, and our vice president of the board is Connie Bloomgren from Canada, Athabasca University. And the international distribution is also reflected in the rest of the board of directors. You can see that we are distributed all over the world, right? So North America, Africa, Europe, Southeast Asia as well. And perhaps just on that note, Perrine was referring to our bylaws yesterday during the announcement in the morning session. So this is something that happened earlier this year. It's a bit late in the day, excuse me. So what we did is we revised the bylaws, the organizational bylaws, and these were adopted by the board of directors in July this year and formally adopted by OEG members in August this year. And besides changing the sort of executive leadership structure to make it possible for alternative leadership models to be instituted within our organization, there were also some additional changes. So the board of directors, for example, their terms are now extended from 2 years to 3 years, because we thought that the 2-year term was not really sufficient. We also want to take a moment to acknowledge the outgoing board members who completed their terms this year, which include Lisa Young from the US, Katsusuke Shigeta from Japan, and Nureddin Zemmouri from Algeria. Thank you for their service. And of course, we would not be here if it was not for the support of our team members. Thank you very much, team. You are excellent. Again, our team is also internationally distributed, so we have got team members based in the US, in Costa Rica, in South Africa, and also in Slovakia and Canada. Now, as an organization, excuse me. Sorry. So our sort of activities in open education worldwide are structured around 3 main pillars, as articulated in the strategic plan, which is field building, knowledge exchange, and value co-creation. And within these 3 main pillars, we organize events or co-organize events with others. We also support various platforms and coordinate various networks around the world. And these networks are either regionally focused, as Marcela will explain to you a little bit later, or thematically focused. And you will hear all of those examples a little bit later. And over to you, Marcela, sorry.
Yes, so as Igor was saying, we have multiple activities in Open Education Global that support our 3 main pillars. And I'm just going to share a few of them, a general overview. Hopefully you have not been involved or engaged in some of our activities, you will find your way to them. And so for the field building, we have multiple events, in this case, this Open Education Global Conference that we have been hosting since 2005. And Open Education Week, which is an online event hosted the first week of March every year. And the purpose of this is to gather our community and collaborate and create spaces where the community can collaborate and create support and share content among the community that we work with. For the Open Education Week of this year, these are just some of the data that we gathered for the 2024. And the Open Education Week has been on since 2012, and we have hosted more than 2,345 events through Open Education Week. We are all getting closer to the 100,000 participants, which we are very excited about. And as Igor was also saying, we have a very global participation. In the case of Open Education Week, we have had more than 192 countries participating and collaborating through Open Education Week. So if you have not participated in it, we do hope to see you next year on the first week of March from 3 to 7, 2025. And as Igor was saying, in Open Education Global, we do find that there's a connection between all the regions, but then we do identify that certain regions have certain needs. We work with 3 distinct nodes that we call them, and we have a regional node that works for the OE Latam community. We have another node that works with the community colleges, which is called CCC-OER. I know that several of you are here. And we also have an Open Education Francophone node, which is focused not in a region, but on French-speaking communities. You can find more information of these nodes in our general website. And we also have a network of open orgs, which is one of our most recent communities. And this community gathers it is a network of open education organizations with the intention of creating a space where open education organizations can share and collaborate in common topics around the challenges and the aspirations that we have for the future. In the fostering knowledge exchange, we have spaces where we can enhance and highlight the voices of our community. And I do have to give a shout out to our colleague, Alan Levine, because most of you already know him. And he leads many of these activities, making sure that we highlight the voices of the community through OEG Connect, OEG Voices, and OEG Live. And lastly, from our side, is we are here to celebrate. We do host every year the Open Education Awards for Excellence, and we are always honored to celebrate and recognize the work of the community through the awards. This year, since 2011, we have granted more than 262 awards, and this year, 25 awards were granted. And today, we have the honor to hear from 9 of you, and I'm going to invite my colleague, Alan Levine, to speak a little about the voices that we're going to be hearing today.